this video. Today we will study pituitary gland. So let's start. Now what are the features of pituitary gland? First feature is it is located in bony cavity named sella turcica. Now what is the function of sella turcica here? It protects our pituitary gland because it is very delicate. And second feature is it is attached to the hypothalamus by stalk. Here is our rough sketch of pituitary gland. As we can see, it is attached to the hypothalamus by pituitary stalk. Now, third feature is it referred as body's master gland. Why? Because it controls the activity of most other hormone secreting glands. That is why it is known as master gland of our body. Now, we will study parts of pituitary gland. So, pituitary gland is divided into mainly two parts, adenohypophysis and neurohypophysis. Now further, adenohypophysis is divided into two parts, that is pars distalis and pars intermedia. Pars distalis is also known as anterior pituitary. It secretes 6 hormones known as growth hormone, prolactin, thyroid stimulating hormone, adenocorticotrophic hormone, luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. And pars intermedia secretes only one hormone, namely melanocyte stimulating hormone. Now neurohypophysis, which is also known as pars nervosa and posterior pituitary, it only stores and releases 2 hormones. The hormones are actually synthesized in hypothalamus but it only stores and releases 2 types of hormones, namely oxytocin and vasopressin. Now oxytocin and vasopressin are actually synthesized in hypothalamus and transported axonally to neurohypophysis. Now we will study details of hormones secreted by pars distalis. So let's start. First hormone is growth hormone. Its feature is it is a peptidic hormone. Second feature is it stimulates the growth, cell production, cell regeneration and in human and other animals. For example, when we get injured, then some cells get injured, then this hormone works there and helps in cell regeneration. Now third feature is it is very important in human development. For all over human development, this growth hormone is very essential. Fourth feature is its oversecretion leads to abnormal growth of the body, which results in gigantism. For example, you have heard the name of Sultan Kosen. His height is 8 feet 3 inch. His height is 8 feet 3 inch, so he is called world's tallest person. World's tallest person. He is suffering from gigantism. Now, fifth feature is excess secretion in middle-aged people. It is very common in middle-aged people. So, here is excess secretion in middle-aged people results in acromegaly. Now, what's the acromegaly is? Acromegaly is the disfigurement in body posture. Disfigurement in body posture. It is very common in middle-aged people. And also, acromegaly is hard to diagnose in early stage. It is very hard to diagnose in early stage. So this disease, if remain unchecked, then it leads to premature death. Now next feature is low secretion of GH. Now low secretion of GH results in stunted growth of the body. That is, it will release in very less amount, very less amount. Then what it results in? It results in pituitary dwarfism. It results in pituitary dwarfism. For example, Jyoti Amge. You have heard the name of Jyoti Amge, whose height is only 2 feet 1 inch. So she is also known as world's smallest lady because she is suffering from pituitary dwarfism. Now we will study prolactin hormone. Firstly, it regulates the growth of mammary gland and formation of milk in them. Now there are two types of disease, hyperprolactinemia and hypoprolactinemia. Now let's understand what these types of disease are. Hyperprolactinemia, condition of having too much prolactin levels in blood of women who are not pregnant and in men. This disease is very common in women. Also, about 1/3 of women in India with their childbearing years or irregular periods but normal ovaries suffer from this disease, that is hyperprolactinemia. So also it interferes with normal production of other hormones like estrogen and progesterone, and also it stops ovulation and many other adverse conditions. Now second disease is hypoprolactinemia. Now what is the hypoprolactinemia? Is condition of having deficiency of serum level of prolactin. Now, or it also leads to ovarian dysfunction in females, metabolic syndrome and anxiety symptoms in males. Also, it can be the cause of lactation failure after childbirth. Suppose if hypoprolactemia occurs in human woman or female body, then it can be a cause of lactation failure after childbirth. And what are the cause of this hypoprolactinemia? It can result from autoimmune disease. It can result from autoimmune disease and many other disease. So now we will study third hormone, that is thyroid stimulating hormone. Now thyroid stimulating hormone, also known as TSH. It stimulates the synthesis and secretion of thyroid hormones from thyroid gland. And second feature is it plays important role in regulating body weight and body temperature and many other activities. So this is the feature of thyroid stimulating hormone. Now we will study fourth hormone, that is adrenocorticotropic hormone. This is also known as ACTH. Now first feature is it stimulates synthesis and secretion of steroidal hormones, which is known as glucocorticoids. Now from where glucocorticoids release? It releases from adrenal cortex part of kidney. And another feature of adrenocorticotropic hormone is both LH and FSH, since both LH and FSH are gonadotrophins. So these both hormones stimulates the gonadal activity in our body. Now these are the features of adrenocorticotropic hormone. Now we will study fifth hormone. We will study fifth hormone, that is luteinizing hormone. It is also known as LH in short form. Now what is the function of LH in males? In males, it stimulates synthesis and secretion of androgens from testes. Now here what the androgen is, it is a group of hormone. It is a group of hormone which plays role in reproductive activity, and it is secreted from Leydig cell in male. Now what is the androgen? It is a group of hormone which plays role in reproductive activity. Also it is secreted from Leydig cell in male. Now what is the function of LH in females? It induces ovulation of fully matured follicles and maintains corpus luteum after ovulation. Now sixth hormone, that is follicle stimulating hormone, known as FSH in short form. What is the function of FSH in males? FSH and androgens together stimulates the process of spermatogenesis in males, and in females its function is it stimulates the growth and development of ovarian follicle in female. Now these are the 6 hormones that is secreted by pars distalis. Till now we were studying about hormones produced by pars distalis. Now we will study hormones produced by pars intermedia. Hormone produced by or secreted by pars intermedia. So pars intermedia secretes only one hormone, that is melanocyte stimulating hormone. It is also known as MSH in short form. Now melanocyte stimulating hormone acts on melanocytes. Now what is the melanocyte? It is the melanin containing cells. Also these hormones regulates the pigmentation of the skin, that is who is fair or who is dark. It is decided by this hormone, melanocyte stimulating hormone. Now we will study hormone secreted by pars nervosa. Pars nervosa secretes 2 types of hormone, that is oxytocin and vasopressin. Now oxytocin acts on smooth muscle of our body and stimulates their contraction. It also stimulates vigorous contraction of uterus during childbirth, and also stimulates milk ejection from mammary gland. These are the features of oxytocin hormone. Now what are the features of vasopressin hormone? Acts mainly at kidney. What it stimulates? It stimulates resorption of water and electrolytes by distal tubule. It reduces loss of water through urine. This process is called diuresis. So it is also known as anti-diuretic diuretic hormone. Now there is one term, diabetes insipidus. What is this? It is impairment affecting synthesis and release of ADH hormone. It results in diminished ability of kidney to conserve water, leading to water loss and dehydration. Now, what is the most common cause of diabetes insipidus? Most common cause is the brain tumor. Now, brain tumor occurs due to severe head injury. It results in damage of hypothalamus and pituitary gland. So if the person suffering from brain tumor, then there is a chance that that person might suffering from diabetes insipidus. So that's all for today. Thank you.